Those who light from within, they don't need any spotlight. I repeat, those who light from within, they don't need any spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wish you a very fabulous Diwali. Let's dazzle with love and light in this Diwali. And Diwali is a very subtle and soulful reminder of what we are. Definitely, I keep saying that, and we all are aware. Every bit is lit with light. Everything is dazzled with light. The divinity. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in 2014, on this very day of 1st November, I was able to have a very, very small composition. And the composition was based on my realization that one morning, I woke up and as usual, we try to look at the things, the objects, So there is a seer and that which is seen, the watcher and that which is watched, the objects. But all of a sudden, I was trying to observe the space within, the objects and myself. And slowly I could realize that there is nothing called an object and there is nothing called an observer. It was just pure observation, the space, infinite space. I lost into that and it was such a blissful moment. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I would like to just share with you an incident, and I had mentioned this in my write-up, which I had posted 1st November 2014 on Facebook. By then we used to have this notes called Facebook Notes. Well, once a family, a movie buff, they return home after watching a late night movie, and father opens a door, and after opening a door, he stumbles on something because the room was dark, and he was least bothered to switch on the light, and very rightly pointed by his little daughter, and she says, "Come on, Papa, why you did not put on the light?" And the father stumbles on something, and very angrily he keeps on blaming the maid, the housemaker, that they don't keep the things properly, and if they would have kept the things properly at place, I would have averted this accident, this minor fall. And the daughter, his little daughter, points out very rightly and says, "Papa, come on, if you have switched on the light of the house, you would have seen the things very clearly, and this would have definitely avoided." Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with the rise of technology, the chatbots and the rest of the things, the advent of technology, we have become so smart when it comes to switching on the lights, the external lights, and we have become very good in that. In the context of knowledge worker, in the context of being a knowledge worker from education sector, the entire fraternity of teachers, trainer, coaches, facilitators, mentors, whatever we can call it. Now, most of us are very, very hooked on to assimilate the things. Knowledge, information, to assimilate, and then we disseminate. But in between assimilation and dissemination, that incarnation is missing. If you want to assimilate and if you want to disseminate, let's incarnate. What I mean by incarnation, to incarnate, is basically let's own that, let's have the self-experience of that, let's manifest within ourselves, and kind of embodiment, let's embody that. For example, if you're talking about self-motivation, that you yourself should be a vibe of self-motivation. So a self-motivated person says, "You can demote me, but you can't demotivate me." Period. Then you should be able to lead by an example in your day-to-day life, not just in the class, but off the class, 24/7. That's what true educator, I look at that way. We need to overcome the so-called dichotomies and the doubts and the dilemmas. So don't get confused, but get infused with the higher purpose, and then passionate the byproduct, and which will propel you for higher and higher performance. Then you will move from so-called motivated to self-motivated person. In fact, self-inspired person. You will derive learnings from everyone, and then you will incarnate that. You be that. Talking about, say, change management, you be the change. Period. There's nothing called an end game. It's just being on and on and on. There is nothing called, the change is continuum. The life is continuum. There is no end to it. It goes on, and everything is so transient. And then you will get into just a flash of light. The wisdom is that, nothing is permanent, everything is transient. So you will see yourself, being stupid to hook onto something, to hold on to something, Things are transient. Yeah. And the only thing is you need to keep evolving and evolving. That causes a kind of mutation in the brain. And it's not some mumbo jumbo or some abstract philosophical stuff, but it's the very, very essence of life. So let's this Diwali incarnate being the light from within. Don't seek light, be the light, because you are the light. You are the very divine light. Thank you very much.